Alright, what's up? Welcome to another video. It has been a very long time. My apologies for that. I've just been busy with my new life right here in Australia. So, welcome to my hometown. This is the Sunshine Coast. Beautiful area. If you ever come to Australia, I highly recommend coming here. This is where I grew up. Right now we're on Alexandra Headland. My parents own a house just over there. That's where I grew up. And over here you have Mooloolaba, and I have an apartment just kind of back behind those buildings over there. Yeah, phenomenal place, great surfing, beautiful views. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, if you know who he is, that's where he's from. He has his theme park here. There's so many things to do. I love it. It's a beautiful place to live. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this. That's right, the Evo made it to Australia, and I'm technically the first person to ever import a car from Norway to Australia.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Start it up.
So yeah, let's talk about how this all went down. I knew I was moving back to Australia. I didn't know what to do with the car. I considered putting it in storage. That kind of happened for a few days. Thank you, Chris, for doing that for me. Then I decided, no, I want to kind of either use it or sell it. So I tried looking into shipping it from Norway to Australia, but that was way too difficult and very costly. But what I saw is it's very easy to ship cars from the UK to Australia, as there's companies that deal with that, and that's all they do. So all I had to do was try and get the car to the UK. At the time, I saw Julian from Garage D, who's a good friend of mine, and I saw a picture on Facebook of him with a car and an empty trailer in Norway. And I got in contact with him. He said he was there to buy a car, but the sale fell through, so he had an empty trailer. He was going back to the UK. I was like, perfect. Dude, can you take the car? He was like, yeah, not a problem. So the car ended up going to the UK. It stayed with Julian for a little while. I got them to do a few things, like a wheel alignment on it. I also changed the headlights over. The headlights were USDM ones before. So obviously the light beam goes in a different direction. If I was going to be on right-hand drive roads, I had to change it. So yeah, they're brand new JDM Evo headlights in there now. So yeah, whilst I was in the UK, I kind of looked at different options, like whether I should try and sell it, because the UK pound was quite strong at the time and it's a good market over there. But I had a few people looking at it and it just wasn't the price that I wanted for it. And plus I wanted to actually drive the thing. I'd spent so much time in this car doing the underbody restoration, putting the diff in and everything. I wanted to drive it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to ship it to Australia. And that's what I did. So I got Julian to take the car down to Southampton in the south of the UK. And from there it went on a boat and it started its long journey to Australia. I tracked the ship that it was on. It was kind of funny because of what's going on in the Middle East. It couldn't go through the Suez Canal. It had to go down around the Cape of Africa. So it stopped in Spain, then it stopped in Cape Town, South Africa, then it went up past Madagascar, and then continued on to Singapore. And then it changed ships in Singapore and it came to Brisbane, which is about an hour south of here. And what's funny is it actually sailed right past here, and I saw the ship. You can see a couple of shipping vessels out there at the moment. It sailed right past here as it went to Brisbane, and yeah, and then it ended up in Brisbane, in nice sunny Australia. So yeah, the car landed in Brisbane. It all went quite smoothly. It then ended up just going through the whole just process of customs and everything. No drama with that at all. So yeah, then it went to a compliance workshop. They called me and let me know that the car was available to come and look at. So I really wanted to go and see it and see what state it was in after being transported around the world. And honestly, it was fine. No scratches, nothing. It was absolutely perfect. It was in a container with 4 other cars being imported from Scotland and Ireland and stuff. But yeah, it was all good. They said it wouldn't be a problem with compliance. I just had to change the tyres. I put on Bridgestone Potenza RE003s on there, brand new tyres, and within a week, boom, it had plates. I put my personalized plates on. What the hell is happening? You better believe it. No dramas whatsoever. Unlike Norway, where I tried to get plates on it, if you remember, and they had problems with the exhaust. They wanted me to prove that the engine was stock, all this nonsense. None of that here in Australia. Just smooth process. I didn't even have to be there for it. It was just some phone calls, some emails, done. So yeah, absolutely wrapped. Like, it is very surreal having it here, as I mentioned. And yeah, I'm just loving driving it. It drives so well. And you know what? That's what we might do now. We might just take it for a little drive. Oh. So I haven't done that much to the car since I brought it over. If you just heard then, I did have an alarm installed on it. One of the things I heard about a lot when I was in Norway was all these car thefts in Australia and everything, so I wanted to make sure that the car is safe. So it's got an alarm and it's got GPS tracking as well. I also put in some nice Fitment Auto floor mats and a boot mat as well. They look awesome. What else have I done? I changed the oil, and honestly that's about pretty much it. There's not much else to do. Like, I just want to enjoy it. I just want to drive it. Like, I spent all this time and all this money fixing it up. So that's kind of the reason I brought it over here, is because to have it sitting in someone's garage or selling it, that would just be a regret I didn't want to live with. And I have a lot of regrets of selling previous cars, but this would have been the hugest regret. And now that it's here, you know, I've done a few things with it. I've been to a couple of meets, which is awesome. I went to a big all Evo meet as well at Lakeside Track, which is just south of here. I'll make a video on that later. That was an epic day to be out there with, like, I don't know, it must have been like 200, 300 other Evos. So yeah, just enjoying, you know, and it's just been trouble-free. The car is reliable. I've been like dailing it lately to my work, which is about a 25-minute drive, depending on traffic, each way, and it's fine. It's just reliable, and it's just so much fun to drive. Now that I replaced, you know, every single bushing, all the ball joints, everything has been replaced in this car. So it drove good before, but now it is just unbelievable. It sounds good also. It gets attention. Yeah, like, what else is there to say, really? It's just funny too, like, these are the streets where I grew up, where I learned to drive, and where we used to cruise around as teenagers, you know, in our cars. And now I'm getting to drive this car, which I built in Norway, on the same streets. So it's special. It's really special for me to be able to do that. Yeah, like, future plans for the car, nothing really. I just want to enjoy it, just keep it reliable. Like, I did want to install like a Haltech on it. That would mainly just be to monitor things like oil pressure and just engine protection. I did want to do electronic throttle body as well, but I don't know if those things will ever happen. Life in Australia has been very busy, and I don't get much time, and I don't really have the money for those things after importing the car, which is probably everyone's biggest question, I guess, is how much did it cost? And yeah, it wasn't cheap to bring it over here, but in my mind it was worth it. In Norway, like, I would probably still be battling them on trying to get the car registered, trying to prove all this paperwork and part numbers and all this rubbish. it was just easier, just bring it over here. The car now has plates, it's registered, so it's obviously worth more in the end too. So yeah, that's it. So I'm driving to work right now and just loving it. Turn up the stereo, cruise along the ocean, enjoy the beautiful weather here on the Sunshine Coast, and just enjoy my Evo 9. And be proud of the fact that I am most probably the very first person to ever import a car from Norway to Australia. I know of other people, I think someone has imported cars from Sweden before to Australia. I have heard that. And I do know there's another YouTuber out there who imported a motorbike from Norway to Australia. So, you know, people have done it before, anything's possible. It's just depending how much you want to spend, I guess. But yeah, anyway, if there's any questions, if anyone has anything on importing cars from Europe to Australia, please get in touch. The amount of research I did on this and the experience I have, I could probably share it with other people. So please drop a comment below if there's anything you're wondering. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video. It's been a very long time coming, my apologies, but more videos to come. Now that I have a brand new GoPro, which is what this is being filmed on, and I finally have some of my computers back online. It was a bit of a drama. We're trying to ship everything from Norway to Australia. The car was easy to ship than most of the smaller things, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.